Welcome back to Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. You'll have to excuse the noise. I want to do a quick video on how to eliminate snipe and using your plane, a DeWalt or whatever to the maximum benefit. I am down to my last 3 pieces of 12-foot long stock. I have finished that stack there. That was the last of the 12s. So I've only got 2 stacks left here in the basement area. And so I thought I'd bring you along and talk through a little bit about what I'm doing to eliminate snipe. The very first thing is having this platform. The fact that I have a pretty much level base feeding into the plane and out of it definitely helps eliminate a lot of it, but it's not the 100% guarantee. So let me talk through a little bit of this. I'll start one in and then I'll bring you along. Are getting a little bit worn, but it's not taking a lot to push it through. Plus, if you're having problems feeding it, sometimes it's dull blades as well. May have a little bit, but I'm using one hand at the same time. Let's flip it. On the last run. So what I'm doing on that very last end, as I'm pulling that out, it takes just a little bit of effort. I just give it a pull out onto the table as it's feeding out the last probably about 8 inches, and it stops the snipe. So you look down across that, there is no snipe on that. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to level out one side. Yes, this is an 8-foot level. Now what I'm looking for is light underneath the level, and this is actually a very straight piece. You can see there's basically no light. You can see this here, there's just a bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my planer down that a couple times, my hand plane. Okay, what you're seeing me do there, normally on some of those ones there, I would plane one side, get it straight, and then run it through the table saw here and size it. These are actually oversized 2x10. So we're looking at, 10 and an 8. A good strong 10 and a 16th or so. So about 10 and 3/32. And so instead of chopping that down to 9 and 5/8 and taking roughly 3/4 or a ½ inch off of it, which I have that option, I'm actually keeping this and marking it as a header. That's what I'm marking on here. I just, in big letters, HEADERS, headers. And that way, when the lumber grader looks at it and he'll wonder why it's a little wider, I'm just keeping those extra widths because of, especially the first two floors, I like my headers to be a little thicker or deeper, and so that's what's going on with those. So I've got, probably in that stack over there, sorry, I've got 3 or 4, which will do most of the doors in the basement. And so, a little bit of a hodgepodge here in the video, but what I'm showing you is the key to getting that. Sorry, let me turn this off. I have my headphones on, you don't realize how noisy it is. The key to getting these about as perfect as you can get is not just having a perfectly level base from one side to the next with these rollers, but also when I set it up, I'll just show you here. When I set it up, I took my level and set it on the table that I was working with. Stuff laying around here. And I ran that right straight through. And so you can see it's pretty close right onto these rollers. Now this roller is this table's a little bit higher, but not by much, and the reason for that is it'll feed easier onto that out of the rollers when there's just a little bit, just a slight increase. I mean, some people like them right flush, and I try to do that as much as possible, but when that comes off this end, it's pretty close to being right on. Anyway, that's my video for today. Just making what I would classify as near perfect lumber for even for your rough construction. But as always, I appreciate you joining me, and if you would, please like and subscribe. I am kind of decided, kind of bit the bullet, so to speak, kind of decided based upon the time it takes for lumber graders to get here. Now I'll give you an update on that coming soon. I did contact another lumber grader that has an outlet in this area. They're only about between 35 and 40 miles away. Their outlet. Their pricing was a little better than one of the others I was looking at. They seem to be a little more amenable to working with the homeowner, but when that comes around, I'll let you know on that. But I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll go ahead and run these two through, even if I don't have them through the planer, even though I may not have them down to the moisture content that needs to be. I can always have those graded in the second lot, because I think this is going to take about 2 different periods of grading to get everything done. I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all done in one day. As you can see, I've got stacks all the way around here. Started to stack down there the other day. And so I figure, you know, if it takes 45 minutes to an hour to grade or go through a pile, their minimum amount of time is 5 hours. So they have a minimum retaining fee of $500 because they run about $100 an hour. So you do the math. I'm going to probably end up with about 10 piles or more to be graded. So I'm just thinking it may be to my advantage just to have them come twice. It's going to be a long day if you try to do it all in one day, but anyway, we'll see. But as always, I appreciate you joining me, and if you would, you know, pass on the word, let other people know what I'm doing here. They may be interested as well. But until next time, as always, you have a great day.